Are you struggling to get into a deep squat position? Well, you're possibly not the only one. Watch the video, I'm gonna show you where the problem is and how to sort it out.
Hey guys, this is Umberto from Max Fitness. I'm now going to show you the solution to your squat problem. When you squat, you need to understand there are a number of joints that are actually moving at the same time. We got the hip, we got the knees, and we got your ankles. The hip generally is not the issue in this case. It's actually something to do with your knees and ankles. There is a relation between the two. When your knee cannot travel forward enough due to an ankle restriction, you will have a more high hip squat. So what does it mean? It means that if we have a look at your ankle mobility first, your knee will be able to travel forward, and so your hip can go down much farther. So what we can do? We can perform first a 5-inch test to evaluate what leg is actually suffering of any restriction. Remember, it can be one only, or it can be both of them. You're gonna have first, you need to set up a 5 inches reference, or you can have a reference point like your fist plus your thumb. You're gonna place your toes just in line with it, you maintain the chest out, and then you start pushing the knee forward to the point that you feel like your heel is lifting, okay? So you don't wanna obviously lift the heel, you wanna keep it down, but this is a time where you take some measurements. So in this case, you can use your hands. You can see it's roughly 2 fingers away from the wall in this case. You're gonna swap leg and do exactly the same thing. You keep the chest out, you keep pushing forward, and see how it feels. Now, you can clearly see that there is a difference between the right and the left in this case. It's 3 fingers and a bit, and it does feel really, really restricted. So now I will show you what you're supposed to do to calm down a bit the tension on the right leg and recover this difference between the two legs. The first thing we want to do is check what sort of restrictions we have on our calves and where they are. You can use a foam roller or a lacrosse ball, it doesn't matter, as far as you can still work on these trigger points and relax them. The idea is now to place enough pressure on those trigger points and release them. So what do we start? Okay, we start from a seated position, placing the leg on a foam roller in this case. You're gonna lift your bum off and you're gonna roll back and forth till you find anything that hurts. So you wanna turn your foot in and out to see if there is anything you need to work on. Now, I found a few bits. One is here, on this side, right here. So in this case, I sit down and apply pressure. On a scale of 1 to 10, you wanna have your pain level at around 6, 7, no more than that. If it goes too high, take the foot off, relax it first, and then place the leg on it again after. The idea is to get into a controllable and relaxed state. You don't want to get too in pain. So in this case, I'm alright, I'm feeling it, but it's not that bad. After relaxes a little bit more and the pain goes down to, let's say, a 5, you start moving your toes back and forth. And you try to relax all the stiff areas. Once you finish with one spot, finish with that and you can move to something else. So I'm feeling it here and I will do exactly the same thing. Place the leg and move your toes back and forth. Now, if you think that you can work them a little bit deeper, the lacrosse ball will do a better job. But you will need to raise the height a bit because your foot might touch the ground otherwise. So you place the ball and you start to do exactly the same thing. You roll it in, you roll it out till you find anything that hurts. Now here again, same story. I hold it there and then place the leg. Now this can create a little bit more discomfort compared to the foam roller, simply because the ball is going much deeper on those tissues and is working those a little bit better, I think. And you do exactly the same process. So leg, the toes go back and forth, and you check if you're actually able to feel the ball a little bit deeper in this case, and if you feel more relaxed. On this second step, you will need a very stiff resistance band and something raised above the ground level. So in this case, I'm just using a plate, a thick one, and I will place this band right here, where it is now. You don't want it to go too low or too high. On this position, if we look a little bit of anatomy now, there is a bone that's supposed to glide every time you move your knee back and forth. Because of the restriction on your calf, this bone stops functioning as it's supposed to, unless it gets a little bit of help. So what this band does is basically strengthening the motion that this bone is supposed to perform, is supposed to have every time you move your knee. So it's basically teaching your body how to move correctly again. Remember, it's quite stiff, so you're gonna need a bit of help to get on the block. So take a bigger momentum and kneel down. Now, once you reach this starting point, keeping the chest out, push your knee forward, apply pressure for 5 seconds, and relax it. And you keep going, doing that. You feel the heel almost lifting off the floor, like we did on the 5 inches test at the beginning, and back. And you repeat that like 10 to 15 times. On this last step, we want to engage now your knee in a very forward position, but we need to apply a bit more pressure now. What I suggest to do is to grab a bench and do exactly what we did earlier on, but now you want to grab the bench and apply good pressure on this knee. So you're going to feel your full body weight helping you stretching this ankle and feeling your knee going forward definitely more than it was before. And you keep holding that, keep pushing down, and feel the physical changes that are actually happening while you hold the stretch. So this stretch is going to be more a static stretch. You're going to stay here for a little bit longer, as long as you think you need. Once you feel like you've done all the physical changes required and you cannot go any further, then you stop, and this is a time to test it out. So we are here again now checking if it made any difference, all this work and effort that we just done. And we're gonna test as well our squat right after. So chest out, the knee go forward, and is roughly 2 and a little bit now. So this has definitely made some changes. There is still more work to be done, but it has definitely made some improvement. This is now time to test your squat instead. So get ready, under the bar, chest out. Take a deep breath. And now let's compare the two sitting position. As you can see, on this second step, on the second squat, my hip has managed to go much lower. I'm sitting much more, only because my knees actually have been able to travel forward farther because of my ankle mobility. Right guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any more questions related to fitness, or if you need any help advice, don't forget to drop a few lines on the comment area. Subscribe to the channel, so it's going to help it to grow. And I will see you again soon. Thank you very much again, and goodbye.